So now let us study about the substance-based energy resources. So first let us study about the first substance, that is wood. As we all know, we are having different types of trees, and because of that we are getting different types of wood. Yes, now you can see on the screen the different uses of wood what we are doing nowadays. It is used for construction, for cooking, isn't it? For making some objects. Yes, so we can understand that wood is used on a large scale. Yes, as wood is used on a large scale, the wood which is collected from the forest is used for cooking. Yes, wood is used on large scale for cooking in earthen stores, and which creates lot of smoke and causes pollution. Also, nowadays the man is cutting wood for different purposes, and this causes threat to the environment. Because of it, the wood in the surrounding is going on depleting, that is trees are going on depleting. Yes, we are cutting large amount of trees for the wood, and this causes harm to the environment. So now we have studied about the first substance-based energy resource, that is wood. Wood is burned, and through that heat is generated, and that heat is used for cooking. Okay, also wood is used in construction purpose or for making different objects through it. So now let's study about the next substance-based energy resource, that is coal. So have you ever seen coal? Yes, you might have seen coal in blacksmith shop or where the corns are roasted, that is on a coal burner. So now let's learn how this coal was formed. So in the ancient time, due to earth's movements, plants and animals got buried, and then due to pressure and heat they were decomposed, and thus they left behind the element which was called carbon. Yes, so this is carbon, and this is how coal was formed. Now the energy obtained from coal is more than that of wood. So here you can see a picture in that circle. Yes, what is that picture called as? Yes, that picture is called charcoal. Yes, so now let's see how charcoal is obtained. Charcoal is obtained from by burning the wood. Yes, so this is charcoal. Yes, in this picture we are able to see that charcoal is burnt, isn't it? Means heat is obtained from charcoal. Yes, thus combustion of charcoal does not emit so much of smoke. Now let us study about the different uses of coal. Okay, so the utility of the coal is dependent on its quality. Yes, so the low quality coal is used for cooking, whereas the high quality coal is used in industries as also in thermal power stations. So now let's study about the next substance-based energy resource, that is mineral oil and natural gas. So mineral oil is found under land surface and also below the ocean floor. Similarly, like coal, it was also formed because of the decomposition of plants and animals which got buried into the earth's surface due to earth's movement. Also, the reserves of natural gas are found in most of the mineral wells. Mineral oil is in great demand today, isn't it? And mineral oil reserves are limited in nature, and thus its cost is very high. Petrol, diesel, kerosene, fuel oil are extracted from mineral oil. Petrol is used in cars. Kerosene is used for cooking. Fuel oil is used as furnace and for industrial purpose. So now we have understood that mineral oils are limited in nature, it is in great demand, and thus its cost is very high, isn't it? And we have seen which fuels are extracted or what things are extracted from mineral oil and how they are used in our day-to-day life. Also children, mineral oil is called as black gold because it has blackish color and it is costly. Okay, so it is also called as black gold. Also natural gas is used as fuel and it is very convenient to use natural gas because it burns quickly without leaving any residue. Yes, residue means the matter which remains after burning. So we use natural gas for cooking, yes, in our day-to-day life. But after using it, does it leave anything? No. So it burns quickly without leaving any residue. It can be easily transmitted with the help of pipeline. Also, the most important thing is that the combustion of natural gas can be controlled. Mineral oil and natural gas are used in thermal power generation. So now let us see distribution of major coal and mineral oil fields in India. For that we are going to answer the questions which are given on page number 55. Before answering the question, first let us study an index of the map. So here we are having the index. In this index, they have given us information about coal field, mineral oil field and Godavari river basin. Means we have these three things in this given map. Okay, and the symbols used for these three are given here. Yes, so coal fields will be shown like a black spots, like colored one. Okay, next mineral oil is like black dot. Okay, and Godavari river basin will be colored in green. So these symbols will help us to find the answer to this given questions. Okay, so the first question, name the states which have coal fields. Yes, so the answer is Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, West Bengal, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Telangana, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Sikkim, Jammu and Kashmir, Assam are having coal fields. So my dear students, you are going to write the answers of the question with pencil in your textbook as we are discussing the answers. Okay. Now the second question, name the mineral oil field in the Arabian Sea. So now we are going to first search the Arabian Sea in the map. So if you will see, then Arabian Sea is at your left hand side. See, I have shown on the screen, zoomed it and I have shown on the screen. Yes. Now what do you have to search? Yes, you have to search mineral oil field in this Arabian Sea. So according to the index, mineral oil field is shown with a dark black spot. Yeah. So in Arabian Sea, are you able to search like this spot? Yes. What is it named as? Yeah, it is named as Mumbai High. Yes. So what will be the answer? Mumbai High is the mineral oil field in the Arabian Sea. Question 3. Name two states which have coal fields on a large scale. Jharkhand and Chhattisgarh are the two states which have coal fields on a large scale. Next question. Which mineral oil fields are located in northeast India? Digboi, Makum, Naharkatia, Nunmati, Lakhani in Assam are mineral oil fields located in northeast India. Next question. The reserves of which mineral are found in the Godavari basin? The reserves of coal are found in Godavari basin. Which of the states have mineral reserves in the Godavari basin? Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Telangana are the states in the Godavari basin having mineral reserves. Now let us learn about biogas as energy resource. Biogas is an energy resource based on natural processes. It is widely used in villages. Biogas can be produced from biotic waste materials such as faces of animals, dead leaves, vegetable waste, shells, etc. This is renewable source of energy. In the biogas plant, microorganisms decompose the waste matter to produce methane gas. This energy can be used for domestic needs such as cooking, heating water, lighting lamps, etc. Biogas is very convenient to use. Moreover, excellent fertilizer is produced as a byproduct during formation process of biogas. Many farmers have raised biogas plants in their own yards to cater to their domestic needs. Means they have installed, yes, or constructed biogas plant in their own compound near to their house to cater, means to fulfill domestic needs. Yes, we have seen which are those needs. Yeah, so many of farmers are having biogas plants in their yard. So now let us learn about energy from waste material. In big metropolitan cities, large amount of waste is generated every day, and thus waste disposal has become a major problem. Waste disposal means what? Getting rid, decomposing the waste has become a big problem in such cities. So they have found a solution for that is segregating the waste, means separating biotic and abiotic waste. You can see waste, wet waste and dry waste. So segregating means separating. Yes, so they have found solution that segregating the waste and then making use of biotic components from it. Biotic means living, that is plants, animals, whatever waste is there, that they are going to use, and then they are going to generate gas from this biotic waste, and then they can use this gas for generating power, and thus the city can become self-reliant in terms of their power requirement. And in future this will help to solve the problem of waste disposal in that particular cities. Okay, so till now, whatever energy resources we have studied, they are known as biofuels because they originate from the remains of dead plants and animals. Okay, we are making more use of remains of dead plants and animals in these resources. So the above resources what we have studied, they are known as biofuels. Atomic energy. Do you know the process of splitting the atoms of minerals is called nuclear fission that leads to the release of large amount of energy. This energy is known as atomic energy. Here neutrons are bombarded on the atoms of minerals like uranium, thorium, etc. Due to this, the atom splits and releases large amount of energy. This shows that large amount of energy can be generated using very small quantities of these minerals. Tarapur Atomic Power Station in Maharashtra was first in India to generate electricity using atomic energy. The government is inclined to establish many such projects to explore this different kind of energy resource. This may help us to reduce the problem of energy crisis to some extent. Along with India, only few countries in the world like United States of America, Russia, France, Japan use atomic energy.